This video will show you how to create the first object in your Intro to Inventor assignment. Before you start modeling anything in Inventor, it's important to consider how you will create that model. When you take a look at this object, something that is helpful to do is to break it up into simple shapes. So if we look at this object, we can see that there is a triangle here. And then below that, this is another triangle. And then behind both of these shapes is a rectangle. So if we were to draw those separately, it would look something like this. And all three of these shapes combined will make that object. So we're going to start by creating the rectangle shape, and then we'll add in the larger rectangle or larger triangle on the bottom, and then we'll add the small rectangle on top of that to complete it. Okay, so let's go ahead and start by creating a new file in Inventor. So you're going to click on Part, and then we're going to add in a sketch. So just click Start Sketch, and we're going to choose the XY plane. Okay, I'm going to go to my graph paper so that we can figure out the dimensions of this rectangle here. So I'm going to start with this line. So the grid spacing for that line is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 grid spaces, and at a grid spacing of 0.25, that means that that would be 1.25. This top line, 1, 2, 3, 4, that would be 1. We know this small line is just going to be 0.25. This one would also be 1. Same with this line. And then this line going across, that would be 8 grid spaces, so that means that that would be 2. Okay, so we have this fully dimensioned now. We'll also add in the depth, so we see that there's 2 grid spaces there. That's going to be 0.5 for the depth. Okay, so let's go ahead and sketch that. So I'm going to go up to the line tool, and then I'm going to click the origin point, and we're going to start from there. And I'm going to draw the top part of it here. So I'm going to start with 1, and then we're going to go down 0.25. And we'll go over another 1. We'll go down 1. Then we'll go all the way over, make sure it's at 90 degrees. That should say 2 at the bottom. And then we'll connect it and close it off, and that should say 1.25 for your dimension. Okay, so you should have your rectangle shape closed off there. Click Finish Sketch. And then we're going to click Extrude. And we said the depth was 0.5, so I'm going to change the distance there to 0.5 and click OK. Alright, so we have our first shape done. So we're going to move over now to this shape, and I'm going to switch over to show you how the shape connects. So this shape here at the bottom, we can see the long side of the triangle, the long flat side of the triangle is connected to the front of our rectangle. So the way that we're going to draw this is I'm actually going to put a work plane right here where this face would go, and then we'll draw the triangle like it appears here, and then just extrude it down. So let me show you how to add in a work plane in Inventor. Okay, so the plane tool is right here. We're going to click that, and then we're going to click Offset from Plane. Now we want the plane to go in horizontally right here. Okay, but we need to choose a plane that's already horizontal and then just tell it how far to offset with this tool. So I'm going to click this plane here on the top, and I want it to go halfway down here where that triangle would stop. So if you look using our dimension, I want it to go halfway down to right here, so that work plane is halfway across here. So that would go down, since this is 1, that would go down 0.5. And you'll notice that this arrow is pointed up. So if I would type in 0.5, it would actually go up. We want it to go the opposite direction of the arrow. So that means we need to type in a negative 0.05. Click OK. And you'll notice that the work plane is quite small, so you can click on the corner to expand it. I want it to go all the way across. Something like that will work. Okay, and we're going to make a sketch on that work plane, so click Start 2D Sketch, and then you kind of have to click the edge of the work plane to create a sketch on it. Okay, and then I'm going to flip this so it's oriented like that. And then we're going to go back and dimension this triangle. Okay, so starting with this line here, 1, 2, 3, 4, so that would be 1. And then this line, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, that would be 2. The diagonal we won't need to worry about, because once we have this and this, we'll just connect them with the diagonal. And then we'll do the height of it, so we can see that's 2 grid spaces, so that's going to be 0.5. Okay, so going back to Inventor, so we're basically going to be drawing this shape like this, right on top of our work plane now. So going up to the line tool again, I'm going to start in the corner of our object. Just make sure you have a green dot before you click, and then move out, and that's going to be 2 inches that way. Okay, I'm going to hit escape to get rid of that line, and then I'm going to click on the line tool again, and we're going to draw this line going down. This is going to be 1, and then we're just going to connect those to close off our triangle. Okay, click finish, and then extrude. And you'll notice that this is extruding up. We want to flip that, so change the direction here to direction 2, so it goes down. And that's already the correct distance. We do want it to extrude 0.5, so click OK. All right, and you'll notice that your work plane is still here, so to make that not visible, if you go over here and then right click, uncheck visibility, and your work plane will go away. So as our last step, we need a triangle right here. And if you notice how this is oriented, the best way to draw this triangle would be from either this face here or the matching face on the other side, and then just to extrude it either this way or toward you. So I think the best way to do this would be to just draw the triangle from this side here and then extrude it toward us. So we're going to go to the back of our object and make a sketch right here and then extrude it out this way. That's how we're going to draw that. So go back to the part, and then I'm going to flip it around so we can see the back to this side here, and then we're going to make a sketch right there. Okay, let's dimension this little triangle. So 2 grid spaces, that's going to be 0.5. This is 1, 2, 3, so that's 0.75. The diagonal we won't have to worry about. This side here, when we eventually extrude it, that will be 0.5. Okay. So going back to Inventor, this will be the long side of the triangle. So clicking on our line tool, we're going to start here at the bottom, and then we're going to go up 0.75. That'll go all the way up. And then here, we're going to go out 0.5. And then we're going to connect those to close off our triangle. Click Finish Sketch. And I'm going to switch it back to the home view, and then we are going to click Extrude. And again, you'll notice that it goes the wrong way, so just flip the direction. But it is automatically choosing that same extrusion distance of 0.5. So just click OK there, and you will have this shape done. Thanks for watching.